أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربنا زدنا علما ربنا زدنا علما ربنا زدنا علما اللهم انفعنا بما علمتنا وعلمنا ما ينفعنا وزدنا علما اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا وأنت تجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا Ameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. My dear brothers and sisters here, how are you all? Kindly make use of the chat box to reply, inshallah. Let's keep it an interactive session. Alhamdulillah. So we are into the day 5th of this Canva Mastery Course, right, dear sisters and brothers? Alhamdulillah. We have learned so much in last 5 days, right, dear sisters and brothers? Alhamdulillah, barakallah. We learn so many things. We learn so many things. Can you all tell me whether you are finding this course easy to go with, or is it kind of difficult for you all, or is it whatever you are learning? Are you all getting good, getting through all of the concepts that you all are learning, dear sisters and brothers? Come on, type in. Bismillah, let me see, let me get the reviews from you all. How are you finding this course so far? It's easy and creative, mashallah. Barakallahu feeki, alhamdulillah. Barakallah. Keep the spirit on, inshallah. We are going to learn so much. We are going to explore so much, inshallah. Yes, it is helpful. It will be helpful. It will be helpful. It will surely be helpful because this is the time of graphic designing. This is yes, it's really interesting and exciting. Yes, it is. Yes, sisters and brothers. Alhamdulillah. There's so much to explore. Yes, we have wide area to explore, right? Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. We are into the day 5th of this editing course, and today we are going to again deal with some interesting concepts, inshallah. Before we begin with, I want you all to rectify your intentions so that Allah rewards you throughout this course. Allah rewards your work through this, your every click that you're making. May Allah put barakah in it, inshallah ta'ala, so that you can take most out of this course, inshallah. I want you all to rectify your intentions and make an intention that you're going to educate yourself with this skill, with this ability, so that you could teach the ummah, you could teach the future generations, so that you can put out the knowledge to the world. You can put out your knowledge to the world in the form of the flyers, or inshallah you can pursue a career through this and earn this halal through this, inshallah ta'ala. So, dear sisters and brothers, please rectify and begin with the name of Allah so that Allah puts barakah in our time, in our efforts, and in the skill that we are learning, inshallah ta'ala. So, let's begin. Let's continue on to this journey of being more productive with our smart devices. And alhamdulillah, we are into the day 5th. And alhamdulillah, we have completed a very major concept yesterday. It was social media graphics. We started off with very major concept known as social media graphics. In social media graphics, we learned how to design the Quranic flyers, right, dear sisters and brothers? Alhamdulillah. We have learned how to design, how to make, how to edit a beautiful Quranic flyer, and where to get the Quranic ayahs from, where to source out the recitation from, where to get the text from, where to get the audios from. Yes, dear sisters and brothers, how to convert the text color, how to convert the image color if we had taken the PNG, Quranic ayah PNG into from black color to white color, how to change the black pic to white pic. We have seen it all. How to convert a flyer into a beautiful recitation video. We have seen that as well. Yes, dear sisters and brothers, come on, type in. These were some of the beautiful designs that we had created in the class, right? Yes, yes, alhamdulillah. We learned how to source them all, how to add the social icons to our images, our flyers, and this looks beautiful on your screens, dear sisters and brothers. Just look into it. It has got magic, alhamdulillah. Create your own wonderful stuff, dear sisters and brothers. Alhamdulillah, the homeworks that you all have been submitting are excellently designed. Alhamdulillah, you all have started to design like a pro. Alhamdulillah, barakallahu fiki. So I want you all to just continue on. I want you all to keep repeating, keep trying, keep practicing the skill. Skills need practice again and again. I tell you all, dear sisters and brothers here, skills need continuous practice. There should be continuous practice to gain a perfection or a pro level in this. It is not a what bookish knowledge, so that you can measure your knowledge, who has sought more knowledge, who have understood, who have read more, who had studied more. No, there is nothing called studies here. There is everything called putting out your creativity into your designs. Creativity is something that you get in from yourself, right? So you get into the you see the blank space and you feel like, I want to put colors into this. That is your creativity, right? You have to put in all your creativity into your designs. Create it with your whole heart, inshallah. You will be able to make it, inshallah. So now again in today's session, we are going to address how to create the social media graphics. Yesterday we will just cover one single topic, how to create Quranic flyers. And alhamdulillah, inshallah, we're going to start off with beginning with the codes and how to create your own codes, inshallah, and more of the stuffs like that, and how to create social media graphics, how to create one liners, how to add one liners to your text, how to add one liners to your flyers, how to create some Islamic reminders, how to create your own codes in various ways. And today will be a doubt clearing session, because I had seen that most of the students have been posing me many doubts in my inbox. So inshallah, I'll try to cover some of the doubts that you all have, inshallah, dear sisters and brothers. Okay, so are you all ready with the two devices? Kindly type in yes. Alhamdulillah. Are you all ready with the two devices? Are you all ready to create the captivating, eye-catching content? Inshallah. Today we are going to serve through most of the concepts. We are going to serve through some of the AI tools as well, inshallah. Okay. So Alhamdulillah, dear sisters and brothers, be ready with the two devices and let's practice in the class, practice after the class, practice through the class, inshallah, so that you will gain perfection in this knowledge that you all are seeking, inshallah ta'ala. So without any further delay, let me just start with the screen sharing. I want you all to be ready with your Canva applications open. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So heading on to the day 5th of our Canva Mastery Course, named as Design Like a Pro. How to learn to design like a pro. Alhamdulillah, we are almost half done, right? So Alhamdulillah, we all had begun the social media graphic content with a Quranic reminders, right? With the Quranic reminders. Alhamdulillah. So we are going to head off into this 5th day again with the social media graphics, and today we are going to create some quote flyers or something like that, inshallah. So what is the social media graphics? Again and again, you can just create the content for your social media by clicking on custom size or whichever size you want, or you can click on the create design, the plus button, and whichever you want, dear sisters and brothers. For example, you want to create an Instagram post, you can click on an Instagram post. If you want to create a Facebook post, Facebook post flyer, you can just write Facebook there. You will have the dimensions, Facebook ad if you want, Facebook cover photo, event flyer post, whichever you want, you can just click through it and you will get through that. Okay, dear sisters and brothers, if probably, okay, this is an important concept that I want to tell you all. If you probably have just checked for the Instagram post and you have created an Instagram post of a square design, and you do not want it in the square format, and now you want it in some other format. Okay, you want it in something like the portrait format, the mobile video format, or the poster format. How to change from one design to another design is, there is a tool named as resize. Okay, there is a tool for the pro users. There is a tool that is called as magic resize. You can all resize it, inshallah ta'ala. So inshallah, I'll be teaching you all of that, inshallah. Just a moment, we'll just start through. We're going to start off by creating a content. So let me see what we'll start with. Let me start with the Instagram post, okay? Or I'll just surf through this. Let me see what kind of Instagram post we'll create. We will have some bigger dimensions. So let it be the portrait post, okay? Click on the portrait post and let's begin with Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Recording in progress. Okay, alhamdulillah. So here is a post, here is a design templates, here are templates, here are styles, Here we have elements, and probably you all have gone through each and every stuff that is here, right? Alhamdulillah. So now, where I told you, as I told you earlier, we're going to create some quotes. Before that, we will create some Islamic reminders, inshallah. So whatever, first thing that you go through, for example, you're going through some Islamic lectures or any lectures, and you find some of the content interesting. For example, you find a quote very interesting, and you want to put it up into your design. For example, okay, the way time flies by so fast is frightening. Okay, this is just the quote that came into my mind. Okay, whatever is it, whichever quote that comes to your mind, and you want to put it up into the words, you want to put it up into the flyer format. So you can just create your own content. First thing is mind mapping. First thing that you need is mind mapping. What is the content that you're going to post into the flyers? For example, okay, let me just see. So to what flyers can I put? What code I can put? Okay, one Islamic code. Just a moment, please. Islamic codes. Okay. Okay, there's a code. Okay, just a moment, please. Let me see what code can I create. A code named as Bismillah. Okay. Do not sell, do not sell your deen for this dunya. Do not sell your deen for this dunya. Okay, what comes to your mind first? You can show up the dunya here, you can show up the deen here, right, on the screen. So that is called as mind mapping. You need to tell your stories very well. You need to tell your stories very well to the audience, right, dear sisters and brothers? You can create a simple post. I'll show you the different ways of creating the codes. I will show you the different ways of creating the content, inshallah. Now let me start. This is the code that I have just referred to. Do not sell your deen just for this dunya. Okay, so now what I'll do is, first thing that I want a suitable background. Okay, so let me just move to the elements and see what beautiful backgrounds I have. So what I'll do is, if this is an Islamic code, let me give it a Islamic feel. So what I'll do is, I'll just say Islamic. I'll just put Islamic. Let me see what are the stuffs that are here in the graphics. Okay, what are the Islamic graphics that we have here? Fine, we have some stuffs like this. Whichever you want, come on, use it in your designs. Use it in your designs and create a beautiful content, inshallah. You can just use it. You can just use it. Do not hesitate using anything. But be careful to match it all along. Fine, be careful to match it all along. I just liked it, so I'll put it here. What I'll do is, this is this one. I'll put it here. Fine. Then it needs to be put for two sides, right? If you put it for one side, let me put it for the another side as well. So how to align this, how to rotate it up? You can just rotate it up, or there is something called as um rotation here itself. Let me just see. Flipping up, here there is a thing called as flip vertical or flip horizontal. So I'll just flip it horizontal and keep it exactly here on the screen. Okay, whichever you want. It's just that something came into my mind and I'm doing it. I do not know whether it will gain the perfection or not. It's just what comes to your mind. You can just create this n number of time, dear sisters and brothers. You don't have to be like it should be perfect after I draw it. You can just delete it all and create it again. You can just do it n number of times. You can do it all along when how much more time you want or something like that. It is totally up to you, dear sisters and brothers. Okay, do not worry, do not worry. You can all create a wonderful and beautiful stuff, inshallah. But one important thing is, do it with all your heart, do it with right intention, and put all your creativity inside your pictures. Okay, I think this would be okay to go with. Now, you need a background that matches these images. There is a purplish thing here. Let me see if I have purplish background for this. So what I'll do, I'll just move back to all and see if there are some Islamic patterns. Here we have some beautiful patterns. So how to make this as a background, you can just click through this and move to something called as set image as background. Three dot button. Dear sisters and brothers, this was a frequently asked doubt. How to get the set through background, how to select multiple. See here, you just have to click three dot button. Okay, this things, all of these things will appear on the in the bottom side of the smartphones. Okay, so here select multiple is also here, copying is also here, copying, pasting is also here. Fine. Now aligning this up or making it as a background, set image as background. We are done with the background. Fine. So So two things are done. Now, if this doesn't seem that good, you can just put it like this. You can just make it smaller because this is something brownish here. So I don't want to mess up with the colors because we have to have a good, perfect color combinations, dear sisters and brothers. Colors combinations should be well and good. Fine. This is just a simple what we say, some a simple background we have created. Fine. If you want to add some lanterns, you can add it up. You can do whatever you want with this, but dear sisters and brothers, keep it more simple, keep it like very interesting to watch, very good to go with, or something like that. Fine. If you want to add something lightish in this, you can add lights, you can add whatever you want. For example, if you want to replace this up with this one, you can put it above it, or you can just you can just put it like this if you want. Or you can create it in such a way that you can just magically erase that content that was there. And it's totally up to you, dear sisters and brothers. Fine. So let me see if the magic eraser works here. So what I'll do is I'll magically erase this part. I do not want this part, so I'll just erase this part. You can easily magically erase this, dear sisters and brothers. See how beautiful stuff this is. So it's gone. It will be gone within a moment. Fine. So Alhamdulillah. You have access to every pro feature in this Canva, dear sisters and brothers. Give it all a try. Now you all are going to be the professional designers, inshallah. You all will be able to earn through this. Take it from me, you all will be able to earn through this. I have been earning through this Canva since 3 to 4 years. Okay. All of the designs that I create, all of the banners that I create in the locality for my clients are from the Canva. Okay. Previously, I used to do it with the softwares from the computer, the PCs, but that is a really time-consuming task. So, what this is the easiest tool, design tool that is being provided for even a beginner. Okay, make use of this, dear sisters and brothers. See here, I just clear that pic, clear that thing. If I want to add something else to that, I'll add it. See here, if I want to add something else to it, I'll add it by ease. I didn't want that, I just deleted it up. Whichever you want now, add it all. Add it all. Whichever seems beautiful for you, add it all. Okay? So come on, create a beautiful stuff, create a wonderful stuff, inshallah. So you want to add this in place of that, you can add it. If you want to send it behind, you can send it behind also. Okay, send it behind. If I want to duplicate it and keep it somewhere here. If you want to make your own frames like this, one, two, do it in your own ways. Okay, this is just the way I'm telling you how you can just replace the things that are already available on the photo or the video and create it into your own stuff. Fine. So one thing, this is just simple things that I created with. And if you want to add the patterns, there are so many patterns, Islamic patterns, the meshes that we say. We can add some meshes like this if you want, and you can create. Or the things that we told in yesterday's class, like this one, the lower thirds. These are usually called as the lower thirds or the labels, dear sisters and brothers. You can just add it, write it as Islamic labels or Islamic text backgrounds. Okay, write it as such. Or if you do not want it in this way, for example, the Quranic code that study you are creating, you can just add it inside this also. Fine. But now, what was our concern? We wanted to write a quote, right? So, okay, we wanted to have give a good balance between deen and dunya. So, what was the this one? Do not sell your deen just for this dunya, right? So, this is the brownish Quran that I took. That might this might something that comes to your mind. I told you all you have to be very creative with the storytelling, right? So, what is the storytelling? Do not sell your deen for this dunya. This is the quote that I wanted to put up into the picture. Let me see what I can put more to this. Okay, this is something for the deen. Let me see something like earth or the selling thing. What to sell? Something like sell. What would I do? Some transactions or some money matters. Let me see if there is some good element for both the transactions. Transactions. Do not sell your deen for this dunya. Something like this. If you want to replace this content with something else, you can do it as such. Okay, this is just for the for to show you how you can create your content with. See here, do not sell. You can just put this up. Okay, put this up with instead of that. Whatever you want. For example, keep this here, keep it here. Okay, now we want to add the text. Okay, this doesn't seem that good. Okay, you have to be very, 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 very careful when you're going to use the stuffs. Whatever you're using, be very careful with your content. Fine. Selling. This brown matches with that. See if you could replace that. Say whichever way you want, you can keep the elements. If you do not want the elements to be kept here, delete it out. Delete it out. Okay, delete it out if you do not like it. Okay, if this doesn't matches with your backgrounds, with your content, you can just do it with another thing, like simple backgrounds with a dunya there or deen there, deeni background, and then you can just put something like that. Fine. So now I just want to write the text. So I do not have anything in mind. So what should I do? I should go to the design, go to the styles, and I do not want know anything what the font will suit for what. So I'll just see the font sets. So you can just choose any of the font sets like this. Or there is another option. Go to the text, and there is another options like this. Wild sale up to 50% off. Okay. So you just have to put it onto the screen. Click on this. This will appear as such. Now what you have to do, you have to write your text instead of this. So what you do, first ungroup this one, okay, and then you just have to write it. Do not, instead of say, let me write sell. Okay, let me just minimize this up. Okay, then let me just move to this one and duplicate it off. Okay, I think I pressed the black button. Just a moment, please. Okay, Alhamdulillah. So do not sell, and here I need to write this dunya, deen, for this dunya, for this. Okay, there was a question how to magic erase the things. It is nothing but you just have to click on the content that you want, and there is the eraser that appears, and you have to erase it. It's like the paint that you used to learn in the KGs or in the first or second standards and with the computer. You just have to erase it. Your deen for this dunya. The paint app that we used to use in the computers, it's same as that. You just have to erase whichever the content you do not want. That's all. Okay, so this is here. Do not sell your deen for this dunya in whichever way you want. For example, okay, let me just write it in this way. We're done. So this is just a simple code that we just designed. Okay, you can just add anything to this now, or you can just remove this app, and you can add your own logos there, or you can replace this here. And if you want to change the color combinations, I want you all to move to the color combinations, the styles, and change it according to your need, dear sisters and brothers. Fine. Okay, I can just place the Quran here, and I can place my logo below that. Fine. Logos, usually the content creators add their own logo to it to to mark their content from copying, right? They do not want it to be copied. So actually what they actually do is they need to, yes, they need to add a value to the content. They just add their own what we say brand. So this is the EDU-SITE logo that we created. We can keep it here, or we can keep it above this, whichever you want, wherever you want. Okay, this is just a simple design. Okay, now some of the different ways of doing this. Now let me duplicate this page up. Okay, this is the page one is done. Let me just add another page to this. Or let me do one thing. Let me just duplicate this page. Duplicate this page. Hope you all know how to duplicate the page, right, dear sisters and brothers? Someone with a smartphone, what you all have to do is pinch in the screen. Okay, with the smartphones, whoever is here, pinch in the screen. What will happen is all of it will appear on the screen. How many this one are there? It will appear like this. How many pages are there? Then there is something called as selecting and duplicating the pages. Fine. Okay. If you have any doubts, you can put in the chat box now. I'll help you all out of this. Okay. Come on. Any doubts? Please type in the chat box. Okay. This was the first way of doing it. I'll just delete it all. Okay. I do not want the something like this. I want the background with the same text, a background with a text indicating this. So do not sell your deen for this dunya. So what I'll do, I'll just remove this background. I need a background like the beautiful image. So you can just go to the Photos Pro and see some images like this. A deen, the Islamic, or whatever you want, you can type there. You'll have so many beautiful. Okay, this looks very beautiful, very great to go with. You can just add this and you can just replace the background. So you can just add it up like this. Now you what you have to do, one important task, you have to change the color of the text, right? Now you can go to the font combinations or color of it, or you can change it as such. Or what you can do is you can replace it up in your own ways. Replace the colors in your own ways, okay? So there are beautiful backgrounds, whichever you want, you can just use it on your with your text. Replace it, that's all. Okay. For example, if you want to use this up, replace the background. See here. Isn't it interesting to go with? Yes, it is. You can create very beautiful stuff, dear sisters and brothers, with this. Any doubts, please type in. I want to answer all your doubts. I told you I will take your doubts along with the class. Okay, we're going to combine the text. We're going to change the colors. Okay, so this is a font combination as well as this one, so it won't go good. So you just have to go to the color palettes, okay? Change the color palettes. Let's see what goes well with this. Okay, something like this. Whatever you want, you can just match it up with the background, okay? It's totally up to you. You can select whichever combination suits well. Okay, there was a question how to select this multiple. Okay, this is simple text, right? So how to select multiple out of it? So dear sisters and brothers, you all have this option. Click on the three dot button. In your smartphones, it appears at bottom. There is something called as select multiple, and you just click on it and then select whichever you want. You have to select the content, right? Select how many things you want to select. Select even that which things you want to select, you have to select that as well, right? So I want you all to select each and every content that you want to select multiple with. So I want to move through all of this code. So I had selected 5 items and I just moved it here and there. You can move it here wherever you want. Do not sell your deen for this dunya. I'll keep this here. So this is totally up to you. This is totally up to you. Now you have the colors from the image palette. This is the image palette that you have. You will have the colors from the image palette. Click on the colors and see which color you want. Okay, whichever color you want, you can give it. But the color that seems best here, you can just go with that. Fine. Are you all giving it a try, dear sisters and brothers? Come on, write it down. Write yes if you all are finding it excellent to go with. Do not sell your deen this for this dunya, okay? So this is the first code that we had taken. Now what we'll do is we'll just move ahead. We'll move ahead with something else. Now we'll take another code, okay? This was the Islamic code we had created, alhamdulillah. How you can just create. I told you all, you have so many stylizing, dear sisters and brothers. I'll give you some examples what you all can grab if you want to create Islamic style, Islamic things, Islamic post. So you just can write Islamic in the pattern Islamic. First, if Islamic, if you write, you will get so many elements. And second thing is, if you want a pattern like that, you can write Islamic patterns. Okay, Islamic patterns, and you will be having so many backgrounds, Islamic patterns, backgrounds. You can place it here and there. Okay, this looks very excellent with your pics. Fine. Here and there, if you want to place the patterns, for example, this one, for example, the mosques, the things like this. What we say, the sparkling things, whatever you want, you can place it around. Fine. You just can change the colors also, dear sisters and brothers. For example, this is a pattern that you wanted to put here and you want to just decrease its opacity, the transparency, what we say. And you can just, if you want to put it in the back, you just have to click on the three dot button and send it to back. And see here, we just gave it a good look, right? So, okay, this way you can just put the patterns. You can see which patterns you want to put and you can give it a good Islamic feel there, fine. So if you want to add the borders also, there are so many things, okay? All of the steps can be used. If you want to give it a pattern like this, you can give it and you can place it something in between, fine. If you want to place this, do not sell your deen for this dunya, you can say place it in between. You can just put it somewhere here, fine. And something like if you have it half like this and you do not have it here, you can just click on something called as blurred, fine, blurred rectangle or something like blurred content, something like that, blurred background, blurred this one. and then you will just get it like this, and you can just place it somewhere here like this, blurring up, and you have to change the color of that, right? You have to change the color of that, because this thing that half the background, if it is not visible, you can increase it up and see in this way, something like blurring this. You can blur here and there. If you want to blur it only here, you can blur it only here, and then you can just change whatever color that it is. If it is white, you can change it and blur it and change it into white, and you can just add whatever your content you want to add, something like this. See here, to get a feel like this, right? Do not sell your bean. Cell should be changed to something brownish. Okay, you have to change it accordingly. However you are going to make the text as, you have to change it accordingly. Okay, elements, selecting a beautiful element is a key thing. Okay, selecting the beautiful elements for your designs is a key concept, and you have to be very careful in doing that. See how beautiful we created, right? By just moving it out in different ways. So we can just delete it if you do not want. If you want it a little less transparency, with little less transparency, you can do it. Whatever way you want, you can do it, right? So then, okay, then let me move ahead. We move ahead to the next design. We are going to create something with the beautiful background, but we need something like, okay, a post for the dunya. Let me just add some quotes like, okay, what comes to my mind when it comes to, okay, something like health quotes. Okay, prevention is better than cure. Okay, usually it's written on the every what we say, um every healthcare, every hospital or somewhere, we see this quote around. So what you all have to do is, you just have to go to the healthcare, because this is a healthcare quote, like prevention is better than cure. So what you need to write is, you just have to find something related to health, right? So I already told you, mind mapping and writing the stories, telling your own stories is very important. So see what picture you can put in the background. Prevention is better than cure. For prevention is better than cure, what comes first to your mind? What comes best into the, what would be a good to go with? Okay, you just have to select what would be good to go with. So I think this would be fine to go with, right? So what I'll do, I'll just click on the three dot button and set image as a background. And one important thing, if the typing work has gone, I mean this is gone ahead, you have something called as crop button. Okay, you can just move it, this words with your, what we say, with your fingers. Okay, to the left with your fingers. And let me say, in the graphics, what we have, we need something with the greenish background. So if I want, I can just keep this like this, and I can erase the health as well from that. And also, let me just put it like this. Okay, this one is perfect to go with. I can just put it here. Okay, just can keep it here like this. I can change this green color to something that is in the photos. Okay, I can change it to something in the photos, and also I can flip this over and make it, flip it vertical, flip it horizontal, flip it vertical, and I can keep it like this as such with this one. Okay, with this one I can just keep it like as such. Okay, whatever way you want, dear sisters and brothers, create your content in the way that seems best for you. This black, I took this one, and you can just change its colors if you want, or you can change it to the red color, whatever way you want. Okay, this doesn't seems good, delete it up. Okay, give it all a try. One important aspect that I'm telling you all, give it all a try. If you want to put a health button there, okay, let me just put a greenish button there. Okay, we'll just put it here and there, or we can just keep it there, and we can just shorten this up. And if we have something like this one, we can put it here. Okay. And yes, sisters and brothers, there is a very important, a very good tool to go with, which is excellent to use. Okay, let me see the photo colors only. We'll use the photo colors only. Black is fine. Okay, so I'll delete this up. Okay, so there is something called as the apostrophes. You can just type quotes on the what we say, elements. Okay, move to the elements and type quotes, and see here you have a beautiful quotes to keep with. Okay, you can just add this over. If you want, you will just place this over here. Okay, or whichever way you want, you can create the stuff, right? So let me just place this here. Okay, and let me just place this here in between this, and then let me just write a text that says prevention is better than cure. Okay, so let me just move ahead. And how to write prevention is better than cure, you can take that add the text block also, but here if it is very easy to go with. So prevention is better than cure. what would suit best. So we'll see what text can we take so that it will seem good for us to go with. Prevention is better than cure. We need at least 3 lines, right? So we'll see what is better here. You can just select whichever you want, whichever you feel it excellent to go with, right? Okay, Bismillah. Okay, we'll keep this. Get ready with me. There's something called as get ready with me. Just have to click on it and it will appear on the screen, right? Okay, done. So what we'll do, we had just had this one. We'll just put it here. Okay, I think I duplicated it many times. What I'll do, I'll delete it up. Okay, so but one thing is, it's this text is not easy. No, text is not good. So what we'll do, color is not good. So what we'll do, we can change the color as such. So first thing to do is ungroup this all. Okay, ungroup it all. G should be written as P. Okay, then let me maximize this. Okay, it needs a bit of more work. Okay, so I have ungrouped it. Prevention P is done. For this one, I have to write prevention. Revention. Prevention. And you have to increase it like this. Okay. Hope you all are doing it all along with me. Yes, right, dear sisters and brothers. Come on, type in. Let me see what is your progress. Is better. Instead of this, let me write it as B. Alhamdulillah, barakallah fiki. Better. B E T T E R. Better. You have to align it properly with the screen, dear sisters and brothers. Better than. Okay, then you just have to drag it a bit and then cure. You need to just replace this with C, and then the rest of it is very easy to go with. C, U, in the small letters, U, R, E. Okay, I think it all went with the caps. U, R, E. Okay, so this is done. This is perfectly excellent, right? So you just can make use of the text options that are there and you can create your own stuff. It's all taking me 2 to 3 minutes, right, dear sisters and brothers? We created at least 3 to 4 flyers in the 3 to 4 minutes. So this is all done. So we just, if you want, you can just select multiple and move whichever, wherever you want. Cure, let it be placed here, and then let it be placed here, somewhere here. Okay, I just didn't went through this one. Okay, just have to click on done. Okay, then you let me place this here. Let it be, let it have a good connection between each other. Okay, prevention is better than cure. This just, we just designed it now. And now if you want to change the color of P and B, we will change it to something else. We'll do it into the green, we can do it into the black, we can change it into something that is very highlighting. So isn't the red better? Yes, red would be more highlighting because it's a hospital sign that they write it and see in the red. If you want red there, you have to put red somewhere here. Let me put it for the heart that is over there. Okay. There should be a connection in your designs, dear sisters and brothers. There should be a very good combination between the colors that you're opting for. Fine. So here we are with this design. If you do not like this, you can just put over whichever you want. For example, if you do not like this one, change it to something else. Okay. So this is just a way of doing things. Okay. If you do not like this background, delete it up. You can delete it very easily, right? Delete it up, change the backgrounds until you are satisfied with your design. Do not settle. Do not settle for a lower level of design. Remember, dear sisters and brothers, settle only if you are able to settle down, only if you feel like I'm satisfied with this design. Okay, so until then, please do not settle onto your designs, because you all have to have to learn to design like a pro, inshallah. So now let me just add something like health again, because I just deleted it. I did not like it after I created this design. So what I'll do, I'll just see what seems better. Let me just add this up and see whether it looks good on it. That image as background. There is another button I told you all, dear sisters and brothers, that is called as something called as magic resize, right? A magic, what we say, resize. Yes, we can just magic resize this background instead of this if you do not like this. Okay. Okay. Instead of replacing the background, we can just magic resizes. Fine. Okay, whichever way you want, you can just create this content. Okay, I told you about magic expand. Fine, that would be very good to go with. Okay, I'll just delete this app. See, I'll put it here. I'll put it here, and I don't want it throughout the screen. So what I'll do, I'll just keep it here. Dear sisters and brothers, listen carefully. I do not want this throughout the screen, because if you add it as a background, then it will be throughout the screen. So what I'll do, I'll just keep it here, and I'll just move to something called as edit button, and in there is something called as magic expand. Click on that. What will happen is you just have to expand it to the whole page, and magic expand, click on the magic expand, all of it, the colors it will match, the AI will match, and it will change it accordingly, and it will create it for the entire screen. Fine, this is a very important and excellent tool. Fine, for the simple images, if you have short images, you cannot put it like as such. Dear sisters and brothers, please remember, do not put the images as such. Fine, put it with the consent. For example, see here, it has magically resized it. Fine, see how beautiful it has resized this. You can do whichever you want. Okay, this heart also seems good to me. Okay, what we can just put this behind layer, send to back. Okay, this is one way of doing things. Now if you want to crop it up and you want to get that in the just the gray background, okay, you can just do it, or you can give it a more gray aspect. So let me just put it like this. Or what we can do is we can just change our text. We can just bring down our text, or we can take our text upwards. Whatever way you want, you can just change it to. Fine. Okay, that is one way. Another way of doing things is, I just wanted to tell you all. Okay, let's do this here and see how would you do this with magic expand or magic expand. Whole page magic expand. Try it with different things and create a beautiful thing to watch. Okay. Now, dear sisters and brothers, let me move ahead. I want to create a beautiful, what we say, stuff with the frames. Okay, with the frames. For example, I'm not liking this, so I want to create it with the frames. So this magic expand is actually expanding it to something that the picture might have after this. Okay, so that is one way of doing things. So what I'll do is I'll just grab this pick up. Okay, I'll just keep this pick as such. Okay, now I'll put my own beautiful backgrounds. Let me put any simple background. Find this background in the background. Okay, set as images background. Now what I'll do, this one, if I like this one, I like this one, and I want to put it somewhere, but I do not know where to put it on the screen. There is something called as frames. Do you all know this? Yes, right? Frames. You just move forward to the frames and see whichever frame you like it. You just place it there, and you just put the photo inside that frame. Okay. If you want it in the rounder pattern, in whichever pattern you want, you can change that frame to. Okay, for example, you like it in different ways, you just change it to a different formats. That's all. So we'll see this one also, you can use it. Okay, so how to detach it? You just have to click on the three dot button, detach images with that, and you can put it here in whichever way you want. So whatever photos you want, if you want to put the photos inside the frames, this is the way that works, fine. So the next thing that I wanted to teach you all is this is done. So we'll move ahead with some education related flyers. Okay, so the next option that you all have is, just a moment, let me fill this up perfectly. You can place it here and there. You can place it like the rounded fashion, whatever way you like it better. You can just go for it. Fine. Okay. If you do not like the frame that is here, you can just detach it from the image and delete the frame. Okay. So this is the option that you all have. Dear sisters and brothers, if you have any doubts, please type in so that I can clear it all with the explanation. Okay. Come on, dear sisters and brothers, please type in. Okay. The next thing that I wanted to cover is let me see some educational quotes. Okay. For today's class, okay, you have told me how to edit the photos. So, dear sisters and sister, listen carefully. Do you want to know where is the edit option, or where is the how to edit the photos? So, this is the photo that is here. There is an option known as edit photo. Okay, it is in the laptop like this, or the PCs or the tablets. But if it is not in the smartphone. It is this edit photo option is not in the smartphone. It is not directly in the smartphone. It is mentioned like this, dear sisters and brothers. See here, edit photo, and you have all this effects, the effects. You will have this. You will have this on the bottom. Click on the photo only, then you will get this. Okay, you will get the advanced options only when you click on the photo and you have the edit options like this. Are you clear with this doubt? Yes, no, type in, because this was asked more often by some of the students. Alhamdulillah, this is available everywhere, dear sister and brother. Adjust and cropping is also there. Everything is written as such. Okay, everything is written as such. Okay, Alhamdulillah. So come on, we'll create another post, another flyer, another quote for the education. So we'll just write education there in the area, and we'll see what educational quotes we can create. Because one important thing, dear sisters and brothers, when we create the post for the quotes, we want some background, right? We want some background to write things. So what we'll do, we have to have some screen to write the text. So what you have to select the area, the design with more area to write, more space to write. See here, it has more space to write, so I have selected that image that has more space to write. Okay, so I want you all to choose such a thing, fine. Okay, ma'am, should we send all of the edits? Yes, I want you all to send all of the edits to me, because we will keep it for the students that will come after this course. It will be a sadqa jariyah for you, inshallah. I want you all to send all of your edits, inshallah. Send it even if you create it for your own projects also. Like you're creating, if you have things like, I want to share my content with others, then you can share it with me, inshallah. Your content will probably reach hundreds of people, inshallah ta'ala. So come on, this is just a quote that is for educational quote. I've selected this background for that. So now you can just move to the quotes and see how many quotes are here. How many quotes format are here. We can select whatever quote format. Sorry, in the elements you need to go and you just have to write quotes and see what quote formats are here. And there are so many things like mockups, the Instagram post mockups, the post mockups. I'll just discuss in a while, dear sisters and brothers. See here, you can create the contents like this. Okay, for example, I just took this one. I just added a black format for this. Okay, you can just write it in this way. Okay, it's already in the frame, or you can take it in this way, dear sisters and brothers. See here, something with the color inside. For example, for this code, for this one, we did not have a space to write in the background. So what we can do, instead of this, we can add something like this, which would give you a space to write, and the text is also visible with that. Fine. So you can just take it inside this. It's totally up to you, but you have to be very careful to edit it very beautifully, inshallah. So this is done. So you can take this one, you can take this quote things, or you can just take this one, apostrophes. One apostrophe in the top right, or top left, and then you can just duplicate it up, move here, and just rotate it. See here, you can just rotate it. There's a rotate button here, and rotate it. Fine. Then this the code that came up to my mind is just practice makes you perfect. So we'll just move to the text and see which will suffice our need. We'll just move ahead. See, okay, something like this. Just grabbed it up. I can just change its color at first to black. And what we will do, we'll just do one thing called ungrouping. Okay, and then you can just change the text. Practice makes you perfect. Within no time you can create the codes, dear sisters and brothers. Okay, this is the thing that we are learning. Okay, if you move to the templates, you have a wonderful wide area to go with. Practice makes you perfect. If you have no time to create, you can just move to the templates and create it, but you are learning to create it by yourself. Okay, you're not learning to copy the contents, right? These dear sisters and brothers, I want you all to just put in your creativity and bring out your creativity and create your own content, inshallah. Practice makes you perfect. Only then you can reach a level called as designing like a pro, right? Makes you perfect. Okay, this is very important code for the skill that we are learning. Only with the practice you can attain this level of professionalism, inshallah ta'ala. So practice a lot, dear sisters and brothers. This is very, very, very important for you all. So if you want to change it according to the image colors, you just have to move to the colors and see what are the colors in the images. You can just move through that. Fine. There's a brownish color also, you can change it to the brownish. This blackish one, you can just change that color to brown if you want. Even this you can change to the brown. Okay, and then very importantly, you have to place your own, what we say, your own brand name or the logo, whichever you have, you can just place it there. So where is it? It is in the uploads, or wherever you had yesterday you had uploaded. Okay, this was a frequently asked question. I cannot find my photo. Why would it not be available? If you do not have, you will be having gallery here, dear sisters and brothers. You can just check whichever you want and just grab it up from there. You have something called as uploads. Go to the uploads and upload it from your gallery. Go to the uploads and upload it from the audios if you want. Yesterday some students were asking me how to upload the audios. It was repeatedly told in the class. Go to the uploads, go to the upload files. There are three buttons here: images, videos and audios. Go to upload files and upload it onto your design. That's all. It's very, very, very easy. Okay. Okay, the next and last way of doing things we'll show you, inshallah. Okay, let me just move to the elements. I'll just give you some backgrounds, some easy to go with backgrounds. Let me just see whichever backgrounds are here. So what I'll put is I'll put some beautiful backgrounds. Okay, something like this. Have you all seen the quotes like this? They just put something like this and they write their quotes very beautifully. So you can just grab these steps. You can just write backgrounds, grab this stuff, and you can just, even with this, they create hundreds of contents only with this. What they'll do, they'll just put this here. They'll just you can just change the colors. You can just change the colors of the content and create a beautiful content. Oh, dear sisters and brothers, you have so many ways of creating backgrounds. You even just click on the background and you have so many ways of doing things. You have so many ways of writing things. Just create a wonderful content, inshallah. See, yeah, it has changed it very beautifully. Now only this much, I think this was very much used template all around the Canva. They just used a screen behind and this one, and they just added some content in between. You all can do it, dear sisters and brothers. Yeah, only just write the background and you will find so many hundreds of backgrounds there and create a beautiful stuff. See, if wherever you want to add, for this doesn't seems good. For example, for the aesthetic content, you can add that borders like this. Fine. Go to the background, just type in the backgrounds and see whatever stuffs you want. You can create. Only the backgrounds if you want to create beautiful backgrounds and keep with your own lower thirds. Okay. You have to create your own backgrounds and keep with your own lower thirds is nothing but with your own, what we say, the brand names. Fine, create it and keep, and then you just have to, what you have to do is you just have to add the content in that whenever you want. Fine, this one if you like, you just have to replace it as the background and add some beautiful stuffs to it and modify it beautifully and keep it. Okay, and keep it, inshallah. That will be very useful for you in the future, inshallah. In tomorrow's class you're going to learn how to design the service flyers, and first flyer that you're going to design is a photo editing service flyer, and tomorrow's task will be very, very excellent, inshallah. Tomorrow we'll be asking you all to put your service as put your photo editing service or the graphic designing service on your WhatsApp stories, and inshallah you will, inshallah, start getting clients if you have someone looking forward to take work from you, inshallah. Let me see, inshallah, in tomorrow's class we are going to learn it all. I want you all to be ready with much creativity, inshallah, to create a beautiful content in the future. Okay, inshallah. So this is the ways that I just taught you. You can just create the beautiful backgrounds, and now I just want you all to want to show you something called as the. Okay, before moving ahead, let me just put a beautiful background. So this is the background. Let me just apply colors to the page, or I can just replace the background. There is something called as apply colors to page. If you just want to apply the blue color to the page, you can just apply it. Okay. Now I just want to create a beautiful design. But before creating that, I want to do it inside something. For example, dear sisters and brothers, have you all seen the thing like called as mockup? Okay. Have you all seen someone writing the quotes inside the Instagram feed mockup? Just write it like this. Come on, I want you all to type in Instagram feed mockup. Instagram feed mockup. Have you all written it down? Okay. So this is here. So what they do, they just write the thing, their quotes inside this Instagram feed, and they just make it like appear like, and there you have to put your own brands and logos or something like that. Right? Okay, something like this. If you want to do it in this way, you can do it in whichever way you want. Okay. You just have to grab your post from the Instagram and put it here, or the photos from the Instagram that you want to put. For example, let me see if you have any flyer. For example, this I want to post. Okay. I'll add it to the page. I'll just put it here. Okay. I'm done. Then what I'll do, I want to add my logo there, add to the page. And usually they add the logos here, right? Okay. I'll write my page name. It is like I have created an Instagram post mockup, right? So how beautiful it is. So this is called as mockups. Mockup is nothing but it is not a real post, but we are making it seem like we have created a mockup of that. And if you want, I'll just write the name of the site or name of the Instagram handle. So what I'll write, EDU-SITE, EDU-SITE. Okay, I'll just write it in black. Let it not seem very colored. Right? Okay, this one, the color should be black colored. Okay, I'll just paste it here. So this is just a mock-up that we did, right? So usually they keep the backgrounds very decent. So keep the backgrounds very decent. For example, in the backgrounds, you can just check over whatever mock-ups you want. You can give background. So I'll keep this as a white background. I'll replace background with white. Okay, something like that. White doesn't seem that great. Okay, whichever way you want, you can create. And if you want to give this a good feel, like the feel of a shadow or something like that, you have it all here, dear sisters and brothers, right? And you will let me just move ahead with the effects and see how many effects are here. Uh, okay, we have something called as smart mockups. We'll just see that later, right? Because we want to see some mockups in different ways. So this is just how to create the post for Instagram or some feeds. Fine. Okay. Another way, again, if you want a Facebook feed, if you want another feed like X feed, Twitter feed, or something like that, if you will, you have it all there. Fine. Instagram. See here, I'll just show you Instagram feed mockups also. See here how many mockups are there. For example, you want to make it seem like you're writing in the on the some frames on the phone or something like that. You can use all of these stuffs. Fine. Usually some of you prefer to write something like that, right? Okay, there is another thing called as labels. Okay, this is one of the way that we did. I'll just move to the another page. So by now we have created at least 5 to 6 designs. We have created 8 pages, 2 to 3 are backgrounds. So let me move ahead. There is something called as labels. Come on, write as label. This is just write label. Okay, see here, you just can write the quotes in these labels, right? You can just write the quotes in these labels. And also there is something called as, if you want, you can just write it as post. Just write post there. Okay, so you have so many beautiful posts in which you can write it out. For example, I'll show you one of ones at see and this way if you want to write it. Okay, you can just write it like this. Now you want a pinkish background for this. Pinkish background. Let me see if I have pink background. For pink flowers, you also can add up for something like that. Pink background. Okay, light pink background, something like this. Let me just change it to the like colors to the page or replace the background. We can do replace it with the background. See how beautiful it looks. Now you want to add more this to it, aesthetic feel to it. You can just add whatever you want with this. Or if you want a bit lighter colored background, you can take the light one. I've replaced the background. See here, dear sisters and brothers, you all are creating wonderful content. Now you want to add flowers to this. Add flowers. Click and add the flowers to that, right? So it all looks excellent, dear sisters and brothers. Give it all a try, inshallah. You all are the future graphic designers now, inshallah. By the end of the course, you'll learn how to earn through this, inshallah. I want you all to just start off. See, I put some flowers. Flowers look good here. Want you can put here. Okay, now you just can add your own quotes. Whatever quotes. For example, let me just give a beautiful quote. Okay, what quote just came to my mind? And what just comes to my mind is okay. With every hardship, there is ease. With every hardship, there is ease. This was the homework for yesterday's class, right? Most of you, mashallah, have submitted it so well. With every hardship, there is ease. فإنما العسر يسرا. There is ease. Subhanallah. It's such a beautiful ayah of the Quran where Allah promises us that with every hardship has ease written for us. Subhanallah. So whichever text font you want, font styling you want, you can add it here and you can put it here, yes, sisters and brothers. Now this black doesn't seems good here, right? So you just have to change it in such a perfect way that it seems better to write with. For this, you have to give a handwriting field. So go to the handwriting, see how many handwritings are here. Write it down in the handwriting form. Think everything is capitalized, so it is not looking that great. You can just give it like this if you want. And now what you have to do, you have to change its colors. Colors are very mandatory. The colors with this one, see here, the colors are very excellent to go with. Now if you want to add the quotes here, you can add the quotes. If you want to add the, what we say, two apostrophes, you can just add the quotes and the elements. Okay, importantly, it should be in the elements. QUOTES, quotes. Okay. And also there are very beautiful, beautiful fonts, dear sisters and brothers. The fonts, namely wedges and all, are very beautiful. Let me try this with the wedges. You just have to remember the names of the fonts. Wedges. Let me select here fonts and the font named as wedges. Okay, that is very excellent font that come through. This can be used in the what we say, in the logo making. Okay, this looks very excellent. We can just add some effects to this and it will look very great with that. So we'll just add some shadow effect, some lifting effect, and shadow effects also, colors should change. If you want to add black shadow with that, and whatever way you want, if you want to give it a splice, something like this, yes, see here, it looks excellent. Only splicing, outlining, or you want to give it a hollow look, whichever way you want, dear sisters and brothers, give it all a try, inshallah ta'ala. Okay, so we just created one quote, and alhamdulillah, what we'll do now is we'll head on to the last topic that we wanted to cover here. It is nothing but I wanted to show you how to create the mockups of your designs, fine. For example, okay, let me just download this up. How to download this? Only this page. Dear sisters and brothers, click on the share button. Till now, some of the students have not understood how to do this. Click on the share button, go to the download button, and click here and click on the JPG format, whichever format you want, and whichever page you want. Which page you want? All the pages, no. Oh, only this page I want to download. You just go to the current page and download it. That's all. Done. Download it. Now, where will it appear after downloading? It will appear into your gallery. Where is gallery? It will come here. Let me just see whether it downloads completely. Let it download completely. Then I'll show you how beautiful you can just put it out into the screen to watch. Okay. It has completed downloading. Now, what I'll do? Okay, it is ready to be shared. Now, what I'll do? I'll just move ahead. I'll move to the background. I'll just move to the next page. I'll just take a beautiful background, pink background or something like that. Pink background. I'll just put a beautiful pink background, whatever the background. Sorry, this is the video. Whichever pink background I want, I'll just put it. Okay, this is within no time we have created so many contents, right, dear sisters and brothers? Subhanallah. Now I just want you all to go to the elements and type as mockups. Okay, not in the elements. If you want to, you can go to the apps and type as mockup. Okay, go to the apps and type mockup. Mockup. Come on, do it all. Type mockup. Are you all done? Okay, there is first thing, that is mockups. Click on it and click on open. Fine. Are you all doing it? Yes. So how to create the mockups? I want to put the images that I've just did into something like this. Okay. Now this thing that has come here, I'll put it like this. Okay. Now the code that I have created, or I'll just put it as a background. Sorry, what I have to do? Set it as a background, or I can just maximize it further so that I cannot set it as a background because there is a frame here. Fine. Now you have to insert the image, whichever image you want, you can drag and drop it there. For example, I'll just move to the gallery. Okay. There's a mistake here. Okay, what we'll do, we'll just see if we have it in the recents, the thing that we downloaded it. No, we'll just move to the uploads and see in the upload files, and we'll see recent images, and we'll just see this one. We'll just see here and we'll just put it here. We are done. We just have to put the image on the screen and put it inside this, and then it will appear inside the mug. That's all. That is called as a mock-up, and we did it, dear sisters and brothers. Have you all seen how beautiful it looks? Come on, try it all. These mock-ups are very excellent things. Go to the mock-ups again. Now it will appear here. It's really wonderful. I want you all to try it out. You have so many mock-ups. Again, try it. Come on. Try it with different things. Try it all. Let me see. You have with this mug. Now let me just try with something like the laptop or the screen. This girl holding that. Someone holding the laptop. Okay, let me just click on this. Okay, you cannot place that as a background, because if you place as the background, the frame won't appear. So it won't. Now you just have to insert the image from your gallery. You all know it, right? How to insert, uploading it, or you can just upload. You can just export it there. Now it will perfectly rectify it and place it inside the background. That is very, very good aspect of the Canva that you all can see here, dear sisters and brothers. Isn't it looking excellent to go with? Yes, Alhamdulillah. Come on, create your own mockups. Go to the mockups again. You have the options here also. How do you want to fill it inside the screen, laptop screen? Okay, you just can click here and apply changes. See here, it has filled it like this. In whichever way you want. There are smartphone mockups also. See, there are the mockups like this, someone holding it. Okay, usually this one is actually uh, everywhere. Most of the people use this one. Someone with this one phone. What you have to do? You have to just insert your image into that. That's all. Go to the uploads. Hope you all are finding this mockup very interesting. You can keep your quotes inside the mockups also. For example, if you want a beautiful background and just the quote inside it, you can just place it like that. Or you can place uh, the quote already written and then pre-done and then place it. Or you can just make the quote after you're creating the background, something like that. Whatever you want, you can just create it with that, right? Replace the background. I've replaced it with something else. I can delete this up. I can just place it like this. And I can place frames inside frames also, okay? I can place frames inside frames. I can do it in any way that I want. I want to corner around it. I want to give it a border. And whichever way you want, you can just place it like this. And now you want to put a quote inside this. Upload the quote. Let me just upload the quote and put it inside this. It's gone. It's perfectly inside it. Now, see here, it's inside it. Now you want to change it, you can just move to the mockups and change how it looks like. How if you want to increase the smartphone size or something like that. See here, if you want to crop it and increase the smartphone inside the size of it, you can do it as such. Or if you want to place it throughout the screen, you can just place it. See how beautifully it is done. Yes? Alhamdulillah. So we have learned what is markups, and also see here, someone holding your design. These are all in on your social media, dear sisters and brothers. Have you all seen this? Come on, give it all a try. This one, see here, people use all of this stuff, something like this. It is like it appears like their design is folded out, and it feels like, how is this design folded out? Okay, I'll just create one more stuff with that and show you. I'll just duplicate this page, delete it all. Okay, let me just delete this as well. Okay, so something like print mockup, apparel mockups, you have shirt mockups, you have so many mockups, book mockups. Okay, you have something like this. This poster is lying on the floor or lying somewhere, and someone is picking it. Okay, you even have that mockups. So go to the mockups, whichever way you want to create your stuff, and now show me. Inshallah, after this session, I have to get very, very beautifully designed images, dear sisters and brothers, because in today's class, we have created very wonderful stuff, right? Alhamdulillah. Now, if you want to crop it well, you just again have to move to the markups, and you can just give it a good cropping or good aspect like this. You have to increase its size and something like this. Place it like this. And Alhamdulillah, we are done with today's class. And if you have any doubts, come on, type in. Inshallah, I want to see if you all have any such doubts. Okay, come on, you have so many mockups. Just see here, just see the computer mockups, the frame mockups. This ones, dear sisters and brothers, these ones are very excellent to go with. Now, from now on, you all can create a very excellent designs, right? Come on, give it all a try, inshallah ta'ala. So this was a session for today, inshallah. In tomorrow's session, we are going to learn so much tomorrow. I want you all to be present with high spirit on to create something very, very interesting, inshallah ta'ala. So alhamdulillah, we are done with today's sessions. Can you all give me a quick recap on whatever we have dealt in today's class? Come on, type in. We learned how to design the Islamic reminders, the quotes, the what we say, the quotes and the quotes related to the health, related to the educational quotes, and some of the backgrounds we designed. We designed some mockups. We designed how to make some diagrams. We designed how to get the labels. We learned how to get the post things, post elements. How we learned how to magically expand the backgrounds, and also Alhamdulillah we learned so much stuff, Alhamdulillah. So this was the session today, and any doubts if you have, I'll clear it all after the class. If you have, just ping me, inshallah, I'll help you out throughout. And if you have any doubts, please ask me in the class itself, inshallah. That would be very helpful for the other students as well. Okay, so Alhamdulillah, with this spirit of learning more, with this spirit of doing something for the deen of Allah, doing something for yourself, to be more productive, to step into the world of productivity. So this is the first step of all of you, dear sisters, that you all are going to take, inshallah, to be more productive with your smart devices, inshallah ta'ala. I want you all to put in all your spirit into your designs. I want you all to put your heart into your designs. Let your design speak. Let it tell the stories to the world. Let it tell the stories to the world. We'll create the designs very beautifully. And I want you all to put your heart inside it, and just not do it like it's just a design. No, do it with the right intention. Do it with all your heart, inshallah, so that Allah puts barakah in your effort, the time that you're spending in creating the stuffs, and may Allah reward you for every click that you make in learning this stuff, this beautiful stuff for the deen of Allah. Ameen summa ameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. يا sister. جزاكم الله خيرا كثيرا. السلام